This album came out in August? How did I miss this f***ing release date? Hi people, and hello my Chili Con Carnage crew, it's Chili here, the man who designed for my eyes, doing a 5-minute review on Grinspoon's newest album, Whatever. Well, I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed in myself. Now, if you are one of my Yank viewers and are curious as to who the hell Grinspoon are, well, they are the local heroes who are famous for doing songs like Just Ace, Better Off Alone, and Dead Cat 3 times. But I guess you would more likely know them from the international stage for their songs Hard Act to Follow and Chemical Heart. They are also one of the most underrated acts, and after seeing them perform at my local RSL for shits and giggles I guess, and of course $20, my attitude changed massively towards them to respect for these hardworking lads. Whatever is the band's 8th album and first in 12 years, and of course since their kind of breakup, so let's dive in. Now I'm going to say the start is just unexpected. It's so heavy and almost ventures into hardcore territory, which isn't like the band does of late, but I highly appreciate it. The screams are visceral and the lyrics are quirky at times and savage in others. It's also a great way to lead into the first of 2 singles from the album, and the next track is Unknown Pretenders. Now this tune is as straightforward in rock and roll as a Bunnings lunch special, but it gets the job done with its solid riffs and foot stomping drum beat. Another bonus is that the slew of songs that follows afterwards are really good tunes with Nasty, Pantomime, Never Say Never, and Live Fast Die Young. One of the issues that I can hear from this record is after that little break with the train tracks playing out, we enter a mid-album lull for the next few tracks, which are not quite as memorable as the first half of this record and almost seem to be a callback to their earlier styles found on their New Detention record, with some more approachable music. I guess that's what you could call it at the end of the day. Now, I'm not against the band doing this, and in the past it has worked well for this angle. In fact, so well that the band achieved most of their success through this style of music. However, with this type of musings on this album, it just seems to fade into a foregone territory, with a minor exception to the only one that shows a glimmer of promise but doesn't quite stick the landing. Ultimately, this part of the album isn't terrible, but feels a bit disjointed, like we have slipped down a few gears from the prior tracks, and one that we will mention shortly. Perhaps there is a logic as to the 2 filler tracks beginning and ending this section of the record, I guess. Ooh, now this tune right here is the GOAT. A true callback to their early days that old fans should be flocking to with a wild punk energy and signature growl. It's a fast-paced affair that almost seems criminal to have it so late in the record, but is one of the last hurrahs to be found before the last tune plays out, Underground Hell on Wheels, which is the soft acoustic outro piece accompanying string sections that is fitting for a typical winding out track for a record, and of course has guest vocals by Ali Barter. Now I can't stress enough how Grinspoon are an extremely talented bunch of musicians, especially in their live scenes, and they always seem to deliver this on a live stage, but they have always been extremely underrated for one reason or another, and they never quite achieved your success that they deserved, especially considering that they were around during an era of Australian music that was dominated by the rock scene, with the likes of Powderfinger and Silverchair topping the charts during the time that they released many of their own records. Maybe it was due to a few style changes that the band had, or of course infighting that was going on around the time, or the hiatus they would go on that caused a dent in their momentum. But I would like to believe that they are very well respected, at least in my home country, and this album shows that they still know how to write some great tunes, which they never lost their edge on. Either way, I don't think fans, new or old, will be disappointed by this latest offering, which seems to cater to both parties and of course certain aspects on this record. While this effort isn't as strong in my mind when compared to say 6 Minutes to Midnight, it does feel a lot more expansive in its efforts. Overall, I'll give this album a score of 7 million jellies on the spicy scale, with my favourite tracks being I Love You So Much, Unknown Pretenders, and Can I Make You Feel. It's good to see this band is back doing the circuit and recording new music. I am pleased to see their return after a few years of slumber and hope to see more from these lads in the future. But as always, tell me your thoughts in regards to the record and what was your favourite track off the album. If you've enjoyed this content, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to us, and stay notified for future music related content, because it keeps our manager happy at the end of the day. We are also on Discord, Instagram, Facebook, and all those other social platforms if you want to check us out. As always, people, you have a great day and stay spicy.